Hi, I'm Jacob, and this thesis actually starts in 1945 Japan, just after World War II, where my grandfather, Albert Lee Kahn, was a civil engineer, and he built bridges all across Japan and helped form one of the greatest alliances known to man. This brought many great things to the world, like my Toyota Camry or my Game Boy with Pokemon. And now today, I intend on continuing his legacy and building a bridge across the whole world that will connect us with technology. And this is with Universal Mesh Networking. Universal mesh networking is the future for communications and truly for our smart cities that want to communicate in the most challenging and remote environments and even into the stars and beyond. Think of mesh networking kind of like a spider web of different devices that communicate without a cell phone tower. When a fly lands on the web, all the different vibrations and signals travel through all the different webs signaling back to the spider. And even if a web gets cut, there's still plenty of web left over to carry that signal. Now, when I say universal mesh networking, I'm talking about the ability of this network to adapt all the communication modes on your device to form a multi-layer mesh network. This means we can blend together 5G, Starlink, LoRa, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and all the communication modes under the sun to form the most secure network. Now, the best part is about universal mesh networking is this is all open source technology. Open source technology is kind of like the spider themselves. There's thousands of different spiders out there evolving to their environment, creating unique solutions. There are some that spin webs individually, but there are also some like colony spiders that spin massive interconnecting weaving webs to catch larger prey. And our smart cities should be just like colony spiders. As creepy as that sounds, but let me explain. Our smart city technology should all be integrating and strengthening together instead of acting as individual silos. Without universal mesh networking, a smart city is forced to rely on one company's proprietary technology to strengthen their overall network. With universal mesh networking, we can take company A, B, and C's technology and all integrate them together to create a really strong network. This could be really useful during disaster scenarios where different agencies of first responders can actually utilize these networks on the go in challenging environments. They can even utilize the smart city infrastructure like a street light to form their networks. This could also help our soldiers in the battlefield that are trying to overcome jamming that takes down their communications. The future of communication lies in universal mesh networking. And if we want to communicate on a new level, we have to adapt. At FAU, we're introducing mesh networking into every environment, starting a startup and bringing new solutions at every corner. The future of communication will now be open, adaptive, and of course, universal. Thank you.